Hey there, it's Julie Hutchison from Think Be Do Leadership, helping the quiet leader to grow themselves, grow their team, therefore grow their business. So today I want to talk about Headspace because so many business owners tell me that they don't have time to stop and think. They're so busy trying to deliver or manage stuff and firefight that they don't have time to think about some of the things that they need to, the planning and understanding what's working and what's not, understanding what's profitable and what's not in terms of what they're doing, understanding what they want from their business and actually applying that to their business rather than just keep going on that hamster wheel. So I don't know about you, if you're listening live and you're on a hamster wheel and you feel like you don't have a headspace, then we're just going to talk about this for a little bit. So give yourself some headspace to talk about it. What I'm seeing is that people feel that the more they do and the more busy they are, that's what it takes to make things a success. But we know that that's not necessarily true. Do you remember when you were a kid? The old story of the tortoise and the hare, where the hare's running along and it's like, oh, I'm doing really cool. I'm winning the race, and the tortoise is just plodding. Now, you don't need to be that slow, but the tortoise is plodding along and he's just like, he knows where he's going and he's just going to do it. And the hare gets along and he thinks, yeah, brilliant. I know where I am. And then eventually, he's so caught up in what he's doing. He thinks, I'll have a little break. I'm okay. I'm not needing to reassess. I'm just going to sit here and have a laugh and a sleep. And the tortoise gets on. Now, it's because he is taking his time and knowing where he's going and knowing what he's doing right. Whereas if you're going so fast that you don't even know if you're going in the right direction, then you can be so far off track and not know where you're going to go. Or perhaps you don't even have a track because you haven't even thought about it, that you're just too busy going somewhere, anywhere, that we then, if we do stop, or when we do stop, and some people with COVID have had to stop, then they've looked at it and thought, my God, I've built a business that I don't even want. I'm growing this business and I don't even like it, which is a bit of a shame, really, isn't it, when you think about it? And I think a lot of people, especially in the last year or so, have really started to look at their lives and want this headspace so that they can really evaluate, what have I created? And have I created a monster? Or have I created the business that I really wanted to create when I first started? I don't know about you, but sometimes I think I've created a monster. But the point is if we're so busy doing what we created wasn't the monster, but it's become the monster because we've taken on staff, we've grown, we've got more products, we've got more services, we've taken on lots of clients. But if you stop and look at it, you think, is this what I wanted? Is this the way I wanted it to go? Is this the direction that I was expecting or hoping for or even like? And if the answer's no, then we need to know that. We need to stop literally and say, no, I don't want to do that. And to look at, how do we pivot? How do we change? But you can't do that if you're so busy delivering and looking. And so the problem is, maybe you're saying to yourself, but Julie, I haven't got time for all of this. And I do hear that. I do hear it a lot. I haven't got time to stop because I'm so busy delivering. So we need to look at that headspace. Well, if you're too busy and you can't stop, how do we stop you from being too busy? And that's really, really important. And with some of the work that we do with business owners is helping them to see how the first thing we can do is to stop you from being too busy to even stop, which sounds like a bit of a weird thing. But do you remember the other thing when you were little, when you were learning to cross the road, that old campaign used to be on TV as well for anybody who's my age, which is stop, look and listen. Yeah. You can't observe what's going on unless you stop and you look and you listen. And when I see people running around like headless chickens and are almost to the point of frantic, working and feeling frustrated and not able to do anything, yet actually aren't stopping to say, okay, just put that down a second and let's have a look. And the reason why is because it's hard when you're on your own. When you are sat there and you can see the business going past, it's very easy to get caught up. It's very easy to get involved. It's very easy to feel that you should be doing that. And that's why having somebody outside of the business or somebody, a peer group that you can actually look in on your business like you were on TV. If you were watching your business run, and if you were watching you and the way you show up in the business on a TV, imagine that. So you're like looking in on it. You're not in it. You're looking down into this on this TV, and you're looking at it thinking, yeah, that isn't how I was expecting it. Because when you're inside that and when you're experiencing that in the moment, there's no way you can really stop and take yourself out and look at it. So you either have to physically take yourself out, stop and look at it, or allow your mindset to allow you to look in on that business like you're watching it on TV. And so I want you to, this is a very simple one today. I want you just to stop for a second and give yourself a moment to stop, look, and listen, to assess, is what I have what I anticipated? Is what I have what I want? Is what I should, does what I have align to my beliefs and my values about what I originally wanted and what I want now? And do I have the customers and the clients that I really want? Do I enjoy what I do? And if the answer is yeah, and I'm loving it, then okay, full steam ahead, keep going that direction. But if it's not, then we need to say, well, what will give me that? How do I change that? And you can't do that while you're racing ahead and you're in it. And that's why as a growing business, we have to help leaders in those businesses to step back and have that headspace. Because if you don't, what you'll do is you'll grow in a direction or in a way that doesn't suit you, doesn't feel good, or you'll end up with people that you don't want, or people that don't really help you create what you anticipated. And if you're not being that leader, then they can't follow you either. So it's just a gaggle of people trying to achieve something that's all a bit all over the place. And then when you, as we said yesterday, garbage in, garbage out is what, if you're putting a gaggle in at the front, you're going to get a gaggle out at the end. So we've got to get you to have the headspace so that you can lead that business and take it where it wants to go. You can communicate that to the staff. You can create motivation and excitement for that with the staff, and you can show them how to do it. But you don't have to do it yourself all the time. And it's a big mindset shift, and it's a big change in behavior when a business grows. But you've got to give yourself that headspace. So stop, look, and listen, like we were crossing the road like years ago, and ask yourself those questions. Is this what I really want? Do I need to change it? It's a bit like going on a journey. You know, if you say we're going on an airplane to America and we're in the UK, you don't just get in the airplane and the guy says, oh, look, you know, America over there, that looks where it is. All the time, either she or he who is in the cockpit is checking where they are against that target. Yeah, it never goes in a direct straight line, or it might be, you know, the automatic pilot does it. But the function of that is to stop, assess where you are, assess whether it's right, and then change course, alter what you're doing. But in order for you to do that, you need to have the time and the headspace to be able to do it. And sometimes you need people to challenge you and help you to do that. And that's where we come in. So if you want to be better at taking yourself away and looking in on your business and making better decisions in your business and being a better leader in your business, then give us a shout, because that's what we help to do. We help you to implement and understand what the mindset is, what the behaviors are, and how you can grow you and grow your team so that you can grow your business safely and in a way that's sustainable and fun, which would be good, in my opinion. And hopefully in yours. So if that makes sense to you and you would like to have a conversation about that, then let's talk. Give us a shout, message me or email me, whatever you want to do. And in the meantime, please do feel free to join the Quiet Leaders with Impact Facebook group. And we will be delighted to share even more of these strategies, hints, tips, opinions in that group where you can share yours too. We'll see you very soon. It's Julie from Think, Be, Do Leadership. See you in the group. Take care.